Hello, everybody. Tracy Mrs. JDog Flanagan with you here today. I'm the co-founder and senior vice president at JDog Brands. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Tactical Treasures powered by JDog and Vet TV. Our podcast gives veterans, mil spouses, active military members, and military family members a voice in the veteran space to speak about their service, what they're doing post-service, and they share with me a tactical treasure from their past that has shaped their journey in their military career, business, or life. Today, I am so excited to have on the podcast Joey Mac Dizon, who is a Marine Corps veteran, having served for 6 years as a trained rifleman and deploying to Iraq in 2008-2009, as well as Mongolia and Norway. And he earned his bachelor's degree from the oldest private military university, Norwich University. Now, Joey is the co-founder and chief smoking officer of the Mobile Cigar Lounge and Bellawood Cigars, located in New Jersey. As a veteran entrepreneur in New Jersey, Joey Mac spends a majority of his time networking, connecting, and supporting veteran-owned businesses and nonprofits. Hi, Joey. Thanks for coming on today.
Tracy, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, how exciting. So I love it. Chief Smoking Officer. Now, I have to say, I really don't think I've ever quite heard that title. Very, very interesting. And, smoking, like smoking hot per guy, girl, but this is different. Totally. I get it.
Love it.
So thank you for your service in the Marine Corps. And can you just tell me what inspired you to put on the cloth of our country and serve?
Yeah, definitely. It's once again, Tracy, thank you so much for having us on and giving a voice for veterans and their spouses to talk about our businesses for Tactical Treasures. For me growing up, I knew I wanted to do it since I was young. Like when I was young, I was playing with those little green miniature plastic soldiers. I would do Boy Scouts, love capture the flag, love playing, video games, love learning about history. And I knew that part of me always wanted to serve, right? I loved volunteering for things. I love playing sports. I love being part of something greater than myself. Whether it was for a team, a school, an idea, and then down the line, our country. So for me, it was just part of who I am, wanting to serve my community, my country, and also my family and friends. So it's something that's always been part of me since I was younger.
Yeah. So is there one part of your service that had an impact on you?
You know what? I always tell people this, especially when they get out, especially transitioning. I might not miss the circus, but I miss the clowns. And what do I mean by that? I absolutely love the people that I've worked with. And what I loved about the military was a revolving door of leadership. You never had the same leaders for a long periods of time, right? People are being promoted, people are getting moved or switched around, you're getting moved into leadership positions. So I thought the great thing about this whole military career was just getting that experience of leadership. And I've met people who are, man, that's something I would love to develop in myself. And I've seen things where, well, that's not me. I don't think I would do that if I had Marines under my care. So for me, learning so much about the military, I think leadership was a key component, and which transitions very well, right, into entrepreneurship. That's what I've learned when I served in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Oh, definitely transitions into entrepreneurship and business ownership. Veterans, military family members, if you're looking for an incredible opportunity, I would encourage you to check out JDogBrands.com. If you're interested in business ownership, if you're missing what was the best thing about your military service, being the camaraderie of fellow veterans, JDog is a place for you. If you go to JDogBrands.com, you can find out everything about JDog, including how to apply for franchise opportunities in either JDog Junk Removal and Hauling or our new division, Carpet Cleaning and Floor Care. And if you're looking to just be employed by a JDog, we have over 300 locations, close to 100 115 franchise owners, 90% veteran owned. You can go to the career page and fill out the form and see where we're hiring all across the country. And we connect you with your local JDog in your territory. So check us out, JDogBrands.com. Okay. Mobile Cigar Lounge. That is a really interesting concept. And I would love to hear, where did this idea come from and why cigars specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. And people are like, they see our name and they're like, tell me more. And for me, it started off with as being a young 18-year-old. By the way, I've never smoked tobacco in my life until the military.
Oh, yeah,
That happens to a lot of us. So,
yeah,
we get exposed to all forms of tobacco, right? And
right,
it's just been like that throughout the history of the military. For me, it was those special moments where it was called a smoke pit. And when you're training, when you're in country, there's a lot of stresses
sure,
that you don't account for when you sign up for this job. You don't account for it's not a 9 to 5, it's a 24-hour on. There's different stresses of developing yourself, other leaders that are looking onto you to lead, and then you got your peers, and then you got people that are under your command. And those times can be very, very stressful. But
sure,
there was these times where it was called smoke pit. So if for a lot of us that know, it's that nice little area where you have sandbags. It could be like a square rectangle area where like, hey, if you Marines, airmen, soldiers go to smoke, you're going to go right there. And when we went there, all forms of tobacco. You got people dipping, chewing, smoking a cigarette, smoking a cigar. But it was those times that you got to like relax. You got to take that tactical pause where
right,
you get to enjoy a little piece of moment, especially when I was over in Iraq, that little moment of home where even though we're sitting around, we could be dirty with our equipment on, it could be hot, could be cold, but you're just enjoying the moment where there's a lot of, cracking jokes, people just talking, information being passed on. And I just really enjoyed those moments. So those moments there where I've smoked cigars where I might not remember the cigar that I smoked, but I'll always remember the people I smoked it with.
right,
So that
right.
concept right there of creating those experiences and creating those memories is why we create the Mobile Cigar Lounge. How do
Okay.
we transition from the military to civilian, right? When you think of cigar, you think of celebration, you think of being with people, accomplishments, weddings.
Socialization, right?
Yeah, weddings,
Yeah,
milestones, golf outings, celebrating, and those people there, especially when you have a wedding of 100 plus people, not everyone knows each other. But you know what? You'll go and you'll all commune together and celebrate together, and just
right,
take that pause after that long day, and just smoke a cigar and just be like, "Hey, this is the cigar to end the night." And
right.
those are the moments I want to capture,
Okay.
especially for that. And that's where the Mobile Cigar Lounge was born.
Oh, cool. That's really awesome. Okay, so I don't know, just walk me through. Let's say I want to have the mobile cigar lounge at my, I don't know, party or event or whatever. How do I go about, booking you? And is it for so many hours? And is it just cigars? Or I think you have whiskey too? Or explain to me the whole experience.
Love it. So Tracy, when we take pride, when someone calls us in, it's from the first call to the last puff. Our concierge team is dedicated 24/7, making sure that Tracy, when you work with us, that you have a peace of mind knowing that you're working with the best. So when that time comes, whether it's 8 to 10 p.m., 7 to 9 p.m., whenever we're there, when that time hits, we're there, we're ready to go, we're ready to crack, light up cigars and crack open some bottles, right? So what it means to us is we don't have every experience for us is a curated experience. So we don't have cookie cutter experiences where it's like, hey, this should be yours. We like to ask questions. Hey, tell me about your event, Tracy. What is it going to look like? Have you ever had the cigar experience before? How many cigars are you expecting? I want you to walk me through your event because for us, just to give you pricing and details. That's not who we are. We want to make sure that we want to best enhance your event, right? So if you tell us, hey, people are going to come in around 5, we got started eating at 6. We have some presentation at 6:30. So I'll be like, hey, let's start smoking cigars around 7 to 9, right? We ask for 2 hours. For
Okay.
weddings, we usually typically ask the last 2 hours of the event because why? Because in the beginning, and especially events, people come in, they're not really thinking about smoking right away, right? They want to
Right.
go, they want to grab food, they want to grab some hors d'oeuvres, maybe we have an event. They kind of want to settle down. And with cigars, I want that moment where everything's pretty much done, all the formalities are done. It's time to relax. You have music going, maybe there's dancing, and we just want to add the cigars at the end. So we come in during the last 2 hours.
Okay. Great. And is it always, cigars? I know it's cigars, but is it like, what if I didn't want to offer whiskey? Could I have wine? Could I have
Yeah.
champagne? Or okay.
Absolutely. And what we have is we've trained our team to be whiskey ambassadors, and also we have wine people. I think there's a lot of great pairings that you could do with cigars, right? Those are experiences that we're going to expand on in the near future. When you could do chocolate and cigars, you could do food and cigars, scotch and salmon, scotch and
Right.
charcuterie and wine. These are different experiences that we want to offer down the line, especially for our clients. But for right now, we do have whiskey, bourbon, scotches, wines, tequilas, and cigars to match them up with. And we have other experiences where we have this now. It's a 360 photo booth where
Oh,
you can
wow.
stand in the middle and it takes a 360 slow-mo camera. So while you're puffing a cigar, it takes an awesome video camera about it. And it's kind of like that slow-mo, and you can instantly download it to your phone, share it with your friends. And I don't know if you saw recently too, Tracy, we have a 1973 Airstream. We just did our first event this past weekend, where you could fit 12 to 14 people inside. It's a very elegant Airstream, and people could go inside and smoke and enjoy their cigars there.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's really awesome. Sounds like you're doing really great stuff in the space. Hello, listeners and viewers. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Tactical Treasures podcast. We are currently speaking with Joey Mac Dizon, who is a Marine Corps veteran, having served for 6 years as a trained rifleman. He is also the co-founder and chief smoking officer for the Mobile Cigar Lounge and Bellawood Cigars located in New Jersey. The Mobile Cigar Lounge provides luxury and unique cigar and whiskey experiences. The team at Mobile Cigar Lounge is made up of veterans, first responders, and their connected family members. And they are all certified tobacconists and cigar rollers that are interactive, professional, and passionate about what they do. If you want to find out more information about the incredible experiences offered by the Mobile Cigar Lounge and to book them for your next events, such as a wedding or birthday party, you can check them out at themobilecigarlounge.com. And he currently is running a special for our Tactical Treasures podcast audience. If you reach out to him on Instagram or go to the website or contact him, Dizon, D-I-Z-O-N, at themobilecigarlounge.com and mention that you saw his podcast on Tactical Treasures podcast, he will add an extra 10 cigars to your event. So I don't know, folks. That sounds like a great deal. So also, he did share his phone number if you'd like to reach out to him and book that way. He can be reached at 201-618-7776. So check it out. Now back to the podcast. So I understand that you're also the co-founder and executive vice president of Mission Transition. That's a nonprofit, I believe. So could you talk to me just a little bit about that?
Yeah, and what I love about these businesses that we have, right? It helps create a nonprofit arms to
Mm-hmm.
be able to help others. So we have two nonprofits, Mission Transition. We help veterans move into different spaces and security spaces. So we help veterans work with security attachments, security companies. Back then we had a guy that went over and worked with it as a contractor over in Jerusalem. We've had people work as executive protection in the city and done some other stuff. So it's a great way just to network, and especially for me being in infantry, MOS as being a grunt. Not a lot of jobs can transition our skill set. I mean, we could do things like leadership and
Yeah.
organization and logistics, but especially when you want to move to the security realm, we were able to guide them in that.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
second one that we have is Patriots to the Leaf, that we help strengthen the well-being of veterans and first responders by helping them through camaraderie and financial support.
Oh, that's great. Um, so let's dive into your tactical treasure. What we'd like to share with us today. I think it has something to do with what you're doing. So what do you say about it?
A tactical treasure for us is leadership. Like, one of my core values is inspiration. And I've been really developing, reading a lot of books, listening to a lot of people, coaching, getting business coach as well. I think inspiration is like a huge thing and a huge core value in our company. And for me, being a leader is meaning that I gotta do three things for my team. I gotta figure out their professional, their personal, and financial goals. And so for me, that tactical treasure is sitting with those people and finding out what those three things are. These are team members, because if I can help them achieve their goals and dreams and align it with our company's goals and dreams, I mean, it's a win for everybody. So our technical treasure is that when I was in the Marine Corps and we talked about the leadership and meeting so many people and that revolving door of coming in and out, that's the same thing with how I run my company now. I want to make sure that I'm the best I could be, and become an inspiration for all my guys and gals. And that means being on time, setting the example, reading the books, getting things done first, being able to lead, to mentor, to inspire. So that's a huge thing that we transitioned for 2023. Is inspiration is a huge part of who we are as a company and what we could develop in others. So when I hire people, I'm inspiring. I don't want, like, for example, we're hiring new sales associates. I'm telling them, listen, I don't want you to be sales associates for 1 to 3 years, 1 to 2 years. I want to develop you as leaders so you're running teams. And I think that that's a huge part of giving that momentum and that strategy for people to grow inside our company.
Yeah. Yeah, I can certainly relate to that. We kind of do the same thing here at JDog. I believe as leaders and at CEO and senior vice president, our job is to look at our staff and find out what their strengths are and help them to grow in their role and take on more responsibility. It's definitely the way to, inspire and motivate your employees and grow your company, and take it to new heights. So, yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Great treasure. So, what advice would you give to your fellow veterans that are struggling with their transition and just, struggling to make those connections with others that they had in the military? Because we know, when veterans get out, I think they all experience the same thing, and that is, oh no, now what? Where's my next tribe?
Mm.
Where's the veteran community post service that I can connect to and still be a part of that very special experience of camaraderie and, just being a part of something again?
Yeah, Tracy, I love that because I love that question because, especially speaking as a veteran, one, I would definitely say you gotta put your ego in your back pocket. I think when veterans come out, and don't expect people just to give free handouts. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people doing their great work, but also you gotta go and you gotta bring in that same mentality that you had in the military, showing up on time, following up, great communication. Sometimes we think just because we carry the veteran name that it's supposed to carry us a long way. I think there's a lot of traits that go with the veteran name that when you present yourself that need to be upfront and uplifted. So when transitioning out, sometimes you gotta put your ego in your back pocket and just be like, hey, listen, I need some
sure.
help. I need some
Yeah,
help. I would love to connect with different people and different tribes. And talking about those tribes, there's so many great organizations out there. right? I could just Google right now, veteran groups around me, and I could find people that I could align with because I think that's a lot when people transition. It's just I miss that longing, and so when I said that I don't miss the circus, I miss the clowns. I really meant that. I miss the people I love working with.
Sure. Yeah.
I think veteran entrepreneurs is such a wonderful. That is like my I found my calling because that's people who I want to be with because we have so many fundamental things that we align ourselves with. But it's just like, hey, when you get out, listen, if you treat yourself like no one owes you anything and you gotta still put in the hard work, man, the doors will open for you. So one is put your ego in your back pocket. No one owes you a thing, but let me tell you, when you have that mentality and you go in with a good hand and you're like, hey, listen, I need some help on this. I need help some transitioning. Not like, I don't need anyone's help. I could do this by myself. That's a bad mentality.
Yeah.
I think coming in with a good mentality of like, hey, listen, I'm transitioning. I need some help. I'm gonna put my ego in my back pocket and attach and align myself with, and Tracy, not for nothing. When I started work, going to Alex's thing for in Philly, and I met y'all, right?
Yeah.
And I asked JDog questions, right?
Sure.
Listen, that's coming me in an authentic place. Like, hey,
Yeah.
where you guys are at now is where I want to be. Let me ask a couple questions. I didn't put my oh, that's JDog. Let me, they're too big for us. That they don't want to talk to us. Listen, I come in
We
with
want to talk to
authentic hand.
everybody.
Yeah, and that's why I love our tribe, Tracy.
Yeah.
Where I could talk to. It's like talking to captains me when I'm talking to other veteran entrepreneurs. I could have that conversation, ask those authentic questions because somehow in the other business world, people might be a little, they throw on their guard. But when I
Right.
talk to veteran entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
it's like, man, I could ask them questions, they could ask me questions, and there's that level of respect, and we know that we're not going to be like, do some other shady stuff. We're there in good hands and authenticity. So yeah,
Yeah.
put your ego in your back pocket. Two, ask some questions, and three, also find a mentor.
Yeah.
Find a mentor
Hmm.
that's probably 10, 100, 1,000 steps ahead of you. There's so many people that transitioned out well, and there's so many examples in the veteran entrepreneur space that have gone through that transition that could, hey, let me mentor you and help you out.
Great advice. Great advice. I love it. Yeah. We're definitely, you know, we love to talk to people. We love to share information. We're not impressed with ourselves.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
we're here to help, and it's all about helping our fellow veterans and male spouses, and we love everybody who finds us here at JDog. We want to help them with their next step and
love
and
it.
in business ownership. So yeah, but great words of advice. Um, so, Joey, talk to me about how people can find and not only connect with you, but sign up for the Mobile Cigar Lounge if they want to book you. Are you guys kind of local? Are you spreading out?
No, we travel. You call, we haul. We've been in 22 states and
Oh,
territories.
wow.
So
Okay.
if anyone wants to do their first international, I'll do something special. So
Uh,
I'm trying to get that international renowned mobile cigar lounge
oh,
anywhere
wow.
outside the US.
That's great. 22 countries. That's amazing. Or states, I mean. That's crazy. Good for you. Okay. So how would people find you then?
Yeah, thank you, Tracy. Feel free to go on our website, www.themobilecigarlounge.com. Go on our Instagram, The Mobile Cigar Lounge, Facebook, TikTok. If you want to reach out to me personally, JDizon, Dizon, at themobilecigarlounge.com. And listen, if anyone that messages, Tracy, if anyone, if they see us on the show, just mention Tactical Treasures Podcast and we'll make sure to add an extra 10 free cigars to it, whatever experience that you book.
Oh,
So
wow.
go on
Awesome.
our website, check us out, go on our Instagram and say, hey, we saw you on Tactical Treasures Podcast. I want to book you for an event. Hey, listen, we'll throw in an extra 10 cigars on us.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. We will definitely promote that little special there. Thank you, Joey. That's great. Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, great time talking to you. And So happy for you. It looks like you're doing great things in the mobile cigar lounge space. How awesome. And it was really nice to understand and the brainchild beneath, mobile cigar lounge. Thank you so much for sharing today.
No, and Tracy, thank you again, once again, giving us the voice to talk about our business, our life, our tactical treasure. And listen, I've known you guys, man, pre-COVID,
Yeah. Oh,
pre-COVID,
definitely. It's been a little
2019.
while.
And yeah, and we've both have grown. We're in different spaces right now. I know y'all are ahead, but that is the dream, right?
Yeah.
To be where y'all are at right now. So continue pushing on. We see you, we watch you, and we're inspired by what you and your husband are doing, and your team is doing. So
Oh, thank
that's
you.
that's where we want to be as a mobile cigar lounge. So thank you
Oh,
again, Tracy, for this opportunity.
oh, hey, absolutely. Happy to do it. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon. Bye bye. Hello, viewers and listeners. Thank you so much for joining us for this Tactical Treasures podcast, where we have just been speaking with Joey Mac Dizon, who is a Marine Corps veteran, having served for 6 years as a trained rifleman. He is now the co-founder and chief smoking officer of the Mobile Cigar Lounge and Bellawood Cigars located in New Jersey. The Mobile Cigar Lounge gives luxury and unique cigar and whiskey experiences. The team at Mobile Cigar Lounge is made up of veterans, first responders, and their connected family members, and they are all certified tobacconists and cigar rollers that are interactive, professional, and passionate about what they do. If you want to find out more information about the incredible experiences offered by the Mobile Cigar Lounge and to book them for your next event, such as a wedding or birthday party, you can check them out at themobilecigarlounge.com. And if you reach out to JDog at themobilecigarlounge.com and mention that you happen to see him on the Tactical Treasures podcast, he is offering a special for our audience of 10 extra cigars that will be added in with your Mobile Cigar Lounge experience. You can also check him out at 201-618-7776. Give him a call. He's happy to book your event that way. And believe it or not, they actually travel. So they've already been to 22 states. So, hey, sounds like the whole United States, they're willing to travel just for your event. So check them out. And thank you so much for tuning into this exciting episode of Tactical Treasures Podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.